A food allergy is an exaggerated immune response to a component of food, usually a protein. Manifestations vary widely, including atopic dermatitis, gastrointestinal or respiratory symptoms, and anaphylaxis, which closes off your throat, blocks your air, and you may die. Diagnosis is you telling us that you have these reactions and us telling you to not eat them anymore. You're welcome. In my experience, which includes thousands of people over 30 years of practice, food allergies are very rare. Less than 1% of my entire practice had to permanently remove a food in order to restore health. Many of my patients had to eliminate one or even several foods to give their body a chance to repair. Most of these patients were reacting to foods because of underlying gut infections. This lady was reacting to almost everything. She could eat meat and a handful of veggies. Everything else caused a reaction. Can you imagine planning your meals and you have like 8 foods to choose from? And if anything else even slips in, you feel like you're being choked to death? Which is not that uncommon with inflammatory thyroid problems. Something flares up and it swells and it feels like you're being choked. And if that weren't enough, on top of feeling choked, you can't sleep for 3 days and your hair falls out in clumps. This lady was pissed, angry that doctors couldn't help her more. They kind of closed the case with their solution, which is, well, don't eat those foods then. But she knew it was more than that. She knew that there was something wrong with her. I mean, you'd have to be a flippin' alien to be allergic to most of the foods from this planet. She'd given up on doctors and scoured the internet for answers. When she found True Health, we messaged back and forth for weeks by email before she trusted me enough to make an appointment. And when she came in, diagnosis, parasites. All that time, parasites. The lab that we used actually does sensitivity testing to whatever they find. So if they find a parasite, they culture it in a dish and they'll put different herbal medicines on it. So when you get the report back, you actually know what's going to kill that thing. It took a while to heal, but about a year later, she brings me in a bottle of beer. And I kind of awkwardly say, oh, thank you. Not a typical gift I receive. And she corrects me. She says, oh no, it's not for you. It's for me. This is the last thing that I'm reacting to, and I want you to fix me on it. So she was eating wheat, dairy, corn, even sugar to some extent. Stuff that would have nearly killed her before. And she felt so secure that she tried beer. And she felt choked and her hair fell out and she couldn't sleep for 3 days. A few more months after we fixed her on it, she was drinking beer with her coworkers. And she drank so much that she remembered that even a healthy person has limits. But just a mild hangover, not the choke, hair, sleep thing.